That's a good song. Hello everyone, it's time to look at another past star's first and last matches in the WWE. So let's light it up with AJ Lee. Why her? Well, MemeLord91 left a request a while back, and Kintrell Davis thought I was getting a bit sausagey on Bell to Bell. Plus, I just wanted a good excuse to rewatch some AJ Lee matches. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into the video you statistically tapped on. Alrighty, so in 2009, AJ Lee got signed to a WWE contract and began performing in FCW, which was the precursor to NXT today. Speaking of which, about a year after being signed, AJ became one of the competitors in the third season of NXT, back when it was still a competition reality TV show. AJ, along with 5 other female wrestlers, would compete for a WWE contract, and it was on the first episode of NXT Season 3 on September 8, 2010, that AJ had her first match in the WWE. AJ Lee teamed up with her mentor for the competition, Primo, and they took on Goldust and fellow competitor, Oksana. Like many debut matches, this one wasn't too long. Goldust and Primo started the match, but AJ got tagged in soon after. The match itself was kind of rough. Oksana and AJ didn't gel the best in the ring together, but this is both ladies' first time on WWE TV, so it's understandable. Oksana dominated AJ for most of their encounter, but after a wheelbarrow bulldog, AJ was able to obtain a pinfall victory and her WWE career was just getting started. AJ Lee ended up not winning the third season of NXT. She'd reappear in May of 2011 on SmackDown and start to receive a bigger push towards the end of the year, when she became Daniel Bryan's on-screen girlfriend. This eventually led to her becoming the Raw General Manager in 2012, and by the end of the year, she was aligned with Dolph Ziggler. At Payback 2013, she'd win her first Divas Championship and hold the title until April 2014, which then prompted her to take some time off. When she returned in June, she won back the Divas Championship and won it again later in the year. After losing the championship at TLC 2014, AJ would take a few months off and returned in March of 2015. And teamed up with Paige at WrestleMania 31, where they defeated the Bella Twins, and after that, AJ would lace up her shoes one more time. March 30th, 2015, the Raw after WrestleMania. AJ teamed up with Paige and Naomi, and had a bit of a WrestleMania rematch, as they took on the Bella Twins and Natalya. Unfortunately, AJ didn't play that big of a role, and didn't do a whole lot. The focus was more on Naomi. AJ Lee got involved later into the match, after the commercial break. Nikki Bella tried to make her submit, but eventually, AJ was able to make the tag to Naomi, who ended up getting the pin and the victory. Even though it wasn't a match that really highlighted AJ Lee, at least she got to have her hand raised one more time before leaving. So life after the WWE has kept AJ pretty busy, and she's found new success. She wrote a New York Times best-selling book called Crazy is My Superpower, an autobiography on her wrestling career. And in December, it was announced as being developed into a TV series. On top of that, AJ is also working on a second book. AJ Lee undoubtedly left her mark in the WWE, and she seems to have transitioned nicely into a post-wrestling life. I'm anxious to see where her path leads, and if that involves one more match, all the better. So that was a look back at AJ's career, but what about her husband? Check out the first and last matches of CM Punk. Let us know too if you'd want to see AJ Lee in a WWE ring one more time. I'm Zach from Tap Out Corner, and that was Bell to Bell.